Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. We are calling out today to say a big thank you to all of you who are out there supporting us and giving your comments, liking us, sharing, and subscribing. We're not taking it lightly at all. We do truly appreciate your time and your effort and your support. Anyway, today, the news today is quite a very heart saddening one because the government of our country are not accountable, and it shows that they truly betray the public trust. They are not people of integrity by their actions, and you will see for certainty why we are saying that. Because recall precisely when this whole coronavirus thing started. Yes, Nigerian government went ahead and bring 15 Chinese, supposedly in quote and unquote, doctors into the country. Apparently, they are not all doctors, like we later found out. We asked the minister, Mr. Osage, some media people, we're asking him, where is the whereabouts of the doctors? Because when they came in, Nigerian doctors were, very angry, and they, put up a protest saying we are going to we're going to stop work, and we don't understand why we are fighting against coronavirus, putting our lives at risk, doing all our best, and yet you still go to bring China doctors. What are they coming to the country to do? The government of the country said they were coming to support and to help us understand this coronavirus thing, since it was a new disease. And guess what? They told us again that they were sending them for quarantine for 14 days. Apparently, they don't lose. So they don't enter the sea, they don't lose. A few days ago, journalists were with the Minister of Health, Mr. Osage, and we're asking the whereabouts of the 15 Chinese doctors. We know these Chinese doctors, since they came in, we've not heard from them. Nobody knows about their whereabouts or what they actually came into the country to do, because we've not gotten any reports. We've not seen them in action, actually working in the hospital, treating, or working in the laboratories for us to determine, according to the government, the cure for coronavirus. We asked this man, guess what he said? I don't know. They came on a work visa. They are not our guests, so I don't know their whereabouts. Those that invited them, we know their whereabouts. And when journalists continued to persist, the man got angry and said, please don't ask me about Chinese doctors anymore. Now the country where you and I, they be that. Anyway, let's get the details in full. Uncertainty as Chinese doctors amounts to betrayal of public fund. PDP saying it to APC. The People Democratic Party (PDP) says the APC-led administration inability to account for the whereabouts of the Chinese doctors team brought into this country amounts to a direct betrayal of the public trust. The main opposition party expressed concerns that the APC-led federal government is being economical with the truth, why its officials are playing politics with the lives of Nigerian citizens and health of the nation. The party, in a statement by its national secretary, Mr. Kola, noted that the situation has highlighted the fears of the conspiracy by certain on prediction interest of the ruling party, APC, to compose and to make sure the health system of the country depreciates to a no level. They expressed the concerns to the danger of the citizens of the life of people of Nigeria. The party therefore gave the APC a 48-hour ultimatum to declare the whereabouts of the Chinese medical team who came into this country and were filmed, and we were asked that we were told that they were going into isolation and we are coming in the fight against coronavirus. The statement expressed that it is in a position of the government to explain to the good people of Nigeria what actually the Chinese team of doctors came to do. Mr. Osage said they were all not doctors and they came on work visa. Do people travel around during the time of coronavirus? The government told us, maybe they have forgotten, it's all black and white in the media and in the press, that they told us these are doctors who have come to assist Nigerian doctors in the fight against coronavirus. A few days ago, the Minister of Health, Mr. Osage, was asked the whereabouts of these doctors. That is the Minister of Health, Dr. Osage. He openly said to Nigerians he has no such knowledge and have no interest in their whereabouts because he never invited them and they were not his visitors. The PDP said more so, the minister's statement highlights inconsistency and the Chinese team and doctors whose identities and activities has been shielded from the country in secrecy might have been brought in for setting of the cabal personal purpose outside the general knowledge of Nigerians. The PDP therefore is calling for an official inquiry into the APC-led administration to say exactly what the Chinese team came to Nigeria to do. No, since they came in and they told us that they were going into isolation for 14 days, nobody, I repeat, nobody in Nigeria has seen or heard from them. There is something fishing with this administration, and there is a cover-up, there is a secrecy of cover-up, lots and lots going on. Nigerians have to be critically involved and should open their eyes and speak up for the government to tell us the whereabouts of these Chinese doctors. Is there something they are covering up? The party described the suspicion and the wild observance of the people to note that there is something more. Minister of Health, who repeatedly assured us at the first instance of their coming into the country that they were a medical team and we are coming to train Nigerian doctors on certain aspects on how to handle coronavirus, as openly that was April the 8th, 2020, in a publicized event, can no longer account for this team, saying to Nigerians not to ask him their whereabouts. He says they were not his visitors, he did not invite them in, and have no knowledge of their whereabouts. The party said Nigerians can recall how the federal government has failed to respond to demand by our party and well-meaning Nigerians for this particular purpose, and the medical team, the inquiry has started and we will get to the bottom of this. But we are giving the APC-led administration a 48-hour ultimatum to produce their whereabouts. The party also expressed worry over the reports of escalation of the scores of certain countries reportedly that have arrived people who have arrived from China into Nigeria despite the lockdown. The APC administration is responsible for the increase in COVID-19 infections and deaths in the country, with the arrival of Chinese team into the country and allowing some flights to land when other countries have closed their borders. The party invites Nigerians to take note of the national COVID-19 data, expressing the increase in sudden rise of death and infectious rates. This can be attributed to the unnecessary movement that other countries are preventing their citizens from, but allowed by the national and the federal government into the country. Despite the fact that they have said there is a lockdown in the country, interstate lockdown, they still go about and flaunt the very order that they have given. It is noted today that the data stands at no less than 5,450 cases and 171 deaths, saying the party insists that the PTF on COVID-19 should immediately come out with the truth and provide explanation on the whereabouts of the team. Is it to infect Nigerians or to make the country go into a state of pandemic breakdown? Well, Nigerians, you have heard it all. PDP is not taking it easy on APC at all. I mean, they shouldn't. And thank God that they are the only opposition party who we can hear their voice speaking loud and clear to say the APC administration, there is secrecy and fraudulent activities going on. Not to mention, but if you Nigerians, have you noticed that we have not heard or seen the president or the vice president? This is what is going on, sorry to say, allegedly, Nnamdi Kanu was saying something that they came into the country to break the presidential door because it was Abba Kyari's fingerprint that was used for the door lock of the presidential villa. Remember, Nnamdi Kanu has been alleging that Buhari was the puppet of Abba Kyari. Now that Abba Kyari is gone, the door cannot be dismantled. Anyway, my people, the whole thing is playing out, and we get to know the truth in no distance time. Whatever goes up must surely come down, and we'll all get to see the secret. It doesn't take time. The truth will speak for itself. Anyway, my people, now the matter be that, so not forget to thumbs up for us, like and share, subscribe if you have not, so you can get all our latest news. God bless you. Remember to stay safe, and bye for now.